What I want to say about Game of Thrones is this. I think people take it way too seriously. Now, I say this as somebody who writes regularly about Game of Thrones. I recap the episodes every week.
I've read some of your recaps.
And you hate read them. and I am always astonished at the comments. I mean, some of the comments. I mean, I get, you get some people are engaging with what you've written or what I've written, and some are liking what I've written, and then there are some, and I have to confess that I don't always publish them because, frankly, I don't need the hate.
You're in charge.
Sometimes, but there are some people who just go, "Oh, don't you know that this happened?" and blah blah blah, and they take it so damn seriously. And my engagement with Game of Thrones, I've been watching it since it began. I knew nothing about it when the first
200 years ago.
Well, I think it was actually 8,000 years ago when the Andals first landed in Westeros. But when the
what?
Yeah, exactly. When the first discs turned up in my inbox at work, it was like, what is this thing? And I happily I was skiing. I was up at Mount Hotham, and I chucked them into the DVD player. Do you remember those things? One like blizzardy night, and of course it was all blizzardy, up at the wall kind of business, and it was like, wow, I was captured by it immediately, right? So I've loved it. I've loved it.
So
I haven't read the books.
You love it.
I have not read the books. I cannot see for the life of me the value in reading 800 words of fantasy. It just is not my bag. But I can absolutely see the value in watching an hour a week of fantasy.
Okay.
I really do enjoy it. I love it. I love the characters. I love the plot lines. But I find it ridiculous. Right? It's Dungeons and Dragons. So what I want to get at about Game of Thrones is that it is really enjoyable, but it doesn't really matter. The way that people get so deeply worked up about the minor character from 300 episodes ago who, don't you remember this happened? It's like, no, I don't. I've got a life.
But there are people like that. Say two things. I'm going to say two really intelligent things too, which will impress and delight you. People are like that and have been like that since 1977 about Star Wars, which is an equally ludicrous, never-ending set of motion pictures. They ended it, then they went back to the start, and it's never going to end, this Star Wars. And people are equally passionate, might not be the right word, but they are dedicated to it more than they're dedicated to their jobs or their families.
Bottom line, it's great fun. It's got a lot going for it. It doesn't matter that much.
I like how you said it's great fun, because often people will use that as a carapace to hide a multitude of sins and opinions that ought not to be uttered in public. I'm not saying you're doing this, but fun is often used as, it's fun.
Only a bit of fun.
Oh, we're just having some fun
it's a
here.
different
I'm
phrase.
sure it's a different type of fun, isn't it? There's no inappropriate fun to be had.
There's nothing
watching.
inappropriate in Game of Thrones.